Unshakable confidence is the kind of inner strength that allows a person to face challenges head-on without being swayed by doubt, fear, or external opinions. It's not about arrogance or pretending to know everything. Rather, it's about having a deep-rooted belief in your abilities and in your capacity to handle whatever comes your way. This kind of confidence comes from a place of self-awareness, understanding your strengths, and acknowledging your weaknesses. When you have unshakable confidence, you trust yourself to make the right choices even when the path ahead is unclear or filled with obstacles. Building unshakable confidence begins with self-acceptance. It's understanding that no one is perfect and that mistakes or failures are part of the journey. Instead of seeing failure as a reason to doubt yourself, you see it as a stepping stone, a lesson to be learned. The key is to not let setbacks define you, but rather to use them as opportunities for growth. This mindset shift takes time and effort, but once you start to embrace your imperfections and see them as fuel for progress, your confidence will begin to grow. Another vital aspect of unshakable confidence is the ability to stay grounded in the face of uncertainty. Life is unpredictable, and things don't always go according to plan. When faced with the unknown, many people panic or hesitate, but those who exude unshakable confidence don't waver. They understand that while they may not know exactly what's coming, they trust in their ability to adapt and make decisions along the way. Confidence in these moments is less about having all the answers and more about knowing you can handle whatever arises, trusting in your resourcefulness and resilience to navigate through. Having unshakable confidence also means not seeking validation from others. It's easy to fall into the trap of constantly looking for reassurance or approval from those around you. However, true confidence doesn't rely on the opinions of others. It's self-sustained. When you are confident in who you are and what you are capable of, you don't need external affirmation to feel validated. Instead, you focus on your own progress and the fulfillment that comes from achieving your own goals, regardless of whether others recognize or support them. This kind of inner confidence often radiates outward. People who have unshakable confidence tend to inspire others around them because their self-assurance creates a sense of stability and trust. They naturally become leaders not by force but by example. Their ability to stay composed and decisive no matter the circumstances makes others feel secure and confident in their guidance. Confidence is contagious, and when you carry yourself with that unwavering belief in your abilities, it encourages others to trust themselves as well. Unshakable confidence also involves a commitment to continuous improvement. It's not about thinking you know it all or that you've reached your peak. Rather, it's about understanding that there's always room to grow. A confident person never becomes complacent, but is always looking for ways to expand their knowledge, sharpen their skills, and evolve as an individual. This drive to improve not only boosts your confidence, but also ensures that it remains unshakable, because it's rooted in a realistic understanding of your abilities and potential. Moreover, confidence thrives in a mindset that values resilience over perfection. Perfectionism can be paralyzing because it leads to constant self-criticism and an inability to move forward unless everything is just right. With unshakable confidence, you embrace the imperfections of life and work. You don't let fear of failure stop you from taking risks or trying new things. Instead, you take bold steps, knowing that every experience, whether it leads to success or failure, contributes to your growth. At its core, unshakable confidence isn't about pretending to be fearless or invulnerable. It's about acknowledging your fears and doubts, but not letting them control you. It's understanding that confidence is not something you either have or don't have. It's something you cultivate, grow, and strengthen over time. It's an ongoing process of pushing through discomfort, facing challenges head-on, and continuously learning from each experience. It is the belief that no matter what happens, you have the strength to overcome and keep moving forward. And when you truly embody this, nothing can shake you. Focusing on the goal is one of the most powerful mindsets you can adopt, especially when the road ahead is difficult and filled with obstacles. It's easy to get distracted by the noise of life, the opinions of others, the doubts that creep into your mind, or the external pressures that seem to weigh you down. But focusing on the goal requires a singular vision, a deep understanding of what you are striving toward, and an unwavering commitment to achieving that vision, no matter what stands in your way. At the heart of focusing on the goal is clarity. You must know exactly what it is that you want to achieve. Without a clear goal, it's easy to become sidetracked, to lose motivation, or to waste time chasing after things that don't align with your true purpose. A goal must be specific, tangible, and meaningful to you. Whether it's something personal, professional, or related to your growth, understanding the why behind your goal makes it easier to stay committed and inspired. Once you have a crystal clear vision of your goal, it becomes your compass, guiding every decision you make and every step you take. Focusing on the goal also requires the ability to tune out distractions. In today's world, distractions are everywhere, from social media notifications to the constant pull of other people's expectations. There's always something that could divert your attention, and while some distractions are unavoidable, the key is learning how to manage them and avoid letting them dictate your energy. When you focus on your goal, you are choosing to direct your attention where it matters most, to what will move you closer to your desired outcome. You understand that every minute spent distracted is a minute you're not moving toward your vision, and so you make intentional choices about where to place your focus. Moreover, focusing on the goal means not being swayed by immediate gratification. There will always be temptations to take the easy route, to settle for something that feels good in the moment but doesn't contribute to your long-term success. However, those who are focused on their goals are willing to make sacrifices in the short term to ensure a better outcome down the line. This mindset is about playing the long game. It requires discipline and the ability to delay gratification, understanding that true success comes from sustained effort and dedication, not from seeking quick fixes or shortcuts. When you focus on the goal, you also embrace the process, not just the end result. Often people set their eyes on the finish line, believing that success only lies in reaching that final destination. But focusing on the goal means appreciating the journey, the daily work, and the small wins along the way. These incremental steps, even though they may seem insignificant at times, are what build momentum and move you closer to your vision. It's the consistency, the discipline, and the persistence that eventually lead to breakthroughs. And while it's important to celebrate milestones, those who are truly focused on their goal understand that the process of becoming is just as important as the achievement itself. Focusing on the goal also involves a deep sense of personal responsibility. When you are focused, you no longer see obstacles as things that are happening to you, but as challenges that are part of the path. It becomes your responsibility to push through setbacks and to keep your eyes on what's ahead, no matter how difficult the journey may seem. And there will be times when things don't go according to plan, when failure and disappointment threaten to derail you, but staying focused on your goal means that you will persevere. You learn to find solutions instead of dwelling on problems. You keep moving forward because you understand that the only way to reach your goal is to keep pushing, even when the going gets tough. Finally, focusing on the goal means being adaptable. While your vision may be clear, the route to get there may not always be as straightforward as you expected. There may be unexpected twists, turns, and detours along the way. Those who stay focused on the goal are flexible enough to adjust their plans when needed, but remain steadfast in their commitment to the end result. They understand that success is rarely a linear journey, and they are ready to adjust, learn, and grow from each new challenge they face, always keeping their eyes on the bigger picture. The ability to focus on the goal is a defining characteristic of those who achieve great things. It requires discipline, resilience, and the ability to shut out distractions and stay on course. By clarifying what you truly want, being willing to make sacrifices, and embracing the process, you are positioning yourself to not only reach your goal, but to grow and evolve along the way. With a laser focus, there's little that can stand in your way. Resilience is the quality that allows individuals to weather life's storms and emerge stronger from them. It is the ability to adapt to adversity, face setbacks without giving up, and maintain a sense of hope even in the most challenging time. Resilience is not something that comes naturally to everyone, but it is a trait that can be developed and strengthened over time. It is about how you respond to hardship, not the hardship itself. People who are resilient understand that setbacks are part of life and use those moments to learn, grow, and push forward. At its core, resilience is about mental and emotional fortitude. It's the capacity to keep going when it feels like the odds are stacked against you, when every attempt seems to fail, and when you face obstacles that appear insurmountable. Resilient individuals don't let these challenges define them. Instead, they look for solutions, change their approach, or simply keep trying. They understand that every failure is just a part of the journey, a stepping stone towards success. Instead of seeing failure as a reason to quit, resilient people see it as an opportunity to get better, to refine their strategies, and to come back even stronger. One of the key components of resilience is a growth mindset. Those who are resilient believe that they can improve and grow, even in the face of difficulty. This mindset is powerful because it allows individuals to view obstacles not as roadblocks, but as challenges to overcome. When you adopt a growth mindset, you understand that your abilities are not fixed, but rather they can be developed through effort, learning, and perseverance. This belief gives you the strength to keep going when things get tough, because you know that progress is possible, no matter how difficult the circumstances. Another critical element of resilience is emotional regulation. Life can be overwhelming, and it's easy to get caught up in negative emotions like anger, sadness, or frustration when things don't go as planned. Resilient individuals have learned how to manage their emotions, recognizing that while it's okay to feel upset, staying stuck in those feelings won't help them move forward. They acknowledge their emotions, but they don't let them control their actions. Instead, they focus on what they can control and take steps to improve their situation. Emotional regulation enables resilient people to stay calm under pressure, think clearly, and make better decisions in the face of adversity. Resilience is also built on a foundation of self-belief. Resilient individuals trust in their ability to handle whatever life throws at them. This self-confidence is not based on an inflated sense of superiority, but rather on an understanding of their own strengths, skills, and past experiences. They know that they have faced difficulties before and have made it through, so they trust that they can do it again. This inner confidence fuels their perseverance, enabling them to keep moving forward even when the path is uncertain. It's this deep sense of self-assurance that allows resilient people to keep their heads up when others might falter. Another important aspect of resilience is the ability to ask for help when needed. While resilience often involves self-reliance and inner strength, it also requires the wisdom to recognize when support is necessary. Resilient people understand that they don't have to face challenges alone. They build strong support networks of family, friends, mentors, or colleagues who can offer guidance, encouragement, and perspective when things get tough. Being resilient doesn't mean handling everything on your own. It means knowing when to lean on others and being open to receiving help when it's offered. Resilience also involves a sense of purpose and determination. When you have a clear sense of why you're doing something, it becomes easier to persevere through difficult times. Resilient people are driven by their goals, their values, and their passion. They know that the journey may be difficult, but they are willing to put in the hard work because they believe in the end result. This sense of purpose keeps them moving forward, even when the road is long and the obstacles seem unending. It's their why that keeps them going when everything else is pushing them to quit. Lastly, resilience is strengthened through reflection and learning. Resilient individuals take the time to reflect on their experiences, both the successes and the failures, to understand what worked and what didn't. They learn from their mistakes and adjust their strategies accordingly. This ability to learn and grow from adversity is a critical part of resilience. Instead of seeing difficulties as defeats, resilient people view them as valuable lessons that make them better equipped to handle future challenges. The ability to be resilient is not something that happens overnight, but through practice and experience, it becomes a powerful force in one's life. It's about developing the strength to keep moving forward when things get tough, maintaining a positive and proactive attitude even in the face of failure, and trusting in your own capacity to overcome whatever challenges come your way. Resilience is a choice to not give up no matter what. And it is this choice that enables people to transform their struggles into triumphs, to rise above adversity, and to achieve success even when the odds are against them. Action over words is a powerful philosophy that emphasizes the importance of doing rather than merely talking. It's easy to say what you're going to do, to make grand plans, and to speak of your ambitions, but true progress is measured by what you actually accomplish, not by what you promise or intend to do. The difference between those who succeed and those who remain stuck often lies in their ability to transform their words into concrete actions. It's not about boasting or making empty promises. It's about the discipline and focus it takes to follow through and turn ideas into reality. When you prioritize action, you take full ownership of your goals and responsibilities. Words can be a tool for motivation, but they hold little weight if not backed by tangible results. It's easy to talk about being successful, about achieving greatness, but without action, those words are just that, empty expressions. On the other hand, when you back your words with action, you prove your commitment. Your actions become the evidence of your intent, and they speak volumes louder than anything you could say. In this way, actions provide credibility. They show the world that you are serious about what you're doing, and that you're willing to put in the necessary work to make things happen. Words can be persuasive and inspiring, but they are often fleeting. The excitement of speaking about an idea or goal can quickly dissipate if you don't act on it. A person can talk all day about starting a business, writing a book, or achieving a personal milestone, but if those words are never followed up with steps toward that goal, they don't carry any weight. Action, however, is the force that brings words to life. It's the vehicle through which ideas are executed and dreams are realized. When you focus on action over words, you remove the potential for procrastination or hesitation, choosing instead to engage fully in the process of progress. Another aspect of focusing on action is that it builds momentum. The more you act, the more you move toward your goals, and with each step you build confidence and experience. Every action you take, no matter how small, brings you closer to your desired outcome. This momentum fuels your motivation, making it easier to keep going when things get tough. Words, on the other hand, can only provide so much momentum. They may ignite initial inspiration, but it's the act of doing that creates lasting progress. As you consistently act toward your goals, you create a positive feedback loop of growth, learning, and achievement, which propels you even further. Moreover, taking action over speaking about your intentions reveals your true character. While many people can talk a good game, it's those who act consistently and with integrity who truly make a difference. People respect and admire individuals who follow through with their commitments. It's one thing to talk about helping others or making an impact, but it's another thing entirely to take the steps to do so. Words can paint a picture of who you want to be, but actions define who you truly are. When you take action, you not only demonstrate your commitment to your own goals, but you also earn the trust and respect of those around you. The consistency of your actions will speak for you, long after the words have been forgotten. In addition, focusing on action allows for learning through experience. There is a significant difference between learning from theory and learning from real-world practice. When you act, you encounter challenges, setbacks, and obstacles, but these are the experiences that teach you valuable lessons. Action forces you to adapt, to problem solve, and to grow. It may not always go as planned, but each action you take provides you with insights that simply talking about your goals can't offer. Experience teaches what words cannot, and it's through action that you acquire the skills and knowledge needed to navigate the complexities of any journey. The more you do, the more equipped you become to handle future challenges and achieve success. Words can also serve as a way to avoid accountability. It's easy to talk about what you plan to do, but it's much harder to put those plans into action. By prioritizing action, you hold yourself accountable. You are no longer just someone talking about change. You are someone making it happen. Accountability is a critical factor in success, and by acting on your words, you make yourself responsible for the outcomes. You stop relying on the potential of your intentions and start relying on the actual outcomes of your actions. Furthermore, Action builds self-confidence. Every time you follow through with a commitment, you reinforce your belief in your ability to achieve. The more you act, the more you prove to yourself that you can accomplish what you set out to do. This self-assurance becomes a driving force, pushing you to take on even bigger challenges. The act of doing creates a sense of empowerment that words alone cannot provide. At the end of the day, focusing on action over words is about making your dreams a reality. It's about recognizing that progress doesn't come from what you say, but from what you do. Words may inspire, but actions create change. Success isn't defined by the number of promises you make, but by the steps you take to fulfill them. The difference between talking about your aspirations and actually achieving them lies in the ability to take decisive, consistent action. So it's time to stop talking and start doing, because it's the actions you take that will ultimately define your success. Emotional control is the ability to manage and regulate one's emotions, particularly in situations that might provoke intense feelings. It is a powerful skill that allows individuals to remain calm, composed, and level-headed, even when they are faced with stress, frustration, or anger. This does not mean suppressing or ignoring emotions, but rather understanding them and responding in a way that aligns with your goals and values. Emotional control is the difference between reacting impulsively and choosing a thoughtful, deliberate response that fosters progress rather than hindering it. In a world filled with constant distractions, challenges, and high-pressure moments, the ability to manage emotions is essential for personal success, relationship health, and overall well-being. One of the key aspects of emotional control is self-awareness. Before you can manage your emotions, you must first understand them. Self-awareness is the ability to recognize and identify your emotional triggers, the situations, people, or circumstances that provoke certain reactions within you. By being aware of your emotional states, you can better anticipate your responses and prevent emotional outbursts or rash decisions. Self-awareness allows you to reflect on why you feel a certain way and whether those emotions are justified or if they're being influenced by past experiences or external stress. When you understand where your emotions are coming from, you can approach them with more control and clarity. This makes it easier to make rational decisions, even in difficult situations. Emotional control also involves the ability to pause before reacting. In the heat of the moment, it's easy to get swept away by intense emotions, such as anger, frustration, or fear. However, taking a moment to pause and breathe can help you detach from those emotions and respond more thoughtfully. This brief pause gives you the space to reflect on the consequences of your actions and whether they align with your long-term goals. It's in this space between stimulus and response that true emotional control lies. It's the ability to step back and assess the situation before you make any decision or take any action. In many cases, a simple pause can prevent regrets, misunderstandings, or decisions that might have been influenced by temporary emotions rather than rational thought. A critical part of emotional control is learning how to reframe negative emotions. Life isn't always easy, and setbacks, disappointments, and challenges are inevitable. How we interpret these events plays a huge role in how we manage our emotional responses. When something goes wrong, it's easy to feel overwhelmed, frustrated, or even defeated. However, reframing involves shifting your perspective on the situation, viewing it through a lens of opportunity and growth. Instead of seeing failure as a personal attack or a confirmation of inadequacy, you can choose to view it as a learning experience, a chance to improve and do better next time. This shift in mindset helps to reduce the intensity of negative emotions and allows you to approach challenges with a sense of resilience and determination. Reframing encourages a growth mindset, which is essential for emotional control. When you see setbacks as part of the process, your emotional reaction becomes less about frustration and more about focusing on solutions. Emotional control also requires emotional resilience, the ability to recover from setbacks, disappointments, or stressful events quickly and effectively. Life will always present challenges, but the ability to bounce back from these challenges rather than dwell on them is a sign of emotional strength. Resilient individuals are not immune to negative emotions, but they understand that these emotions are temporary and that they do not define their reality. They acknowledge their feelings, process them, and then take the necessary steps to move forward. Emotional resilience is about building mental fortitude, and over time, it helps to develop a greater sense of control over how you respond to difficult situations. Additionally, emotional control helps improve relationships and communication with others. When you manage your emotions, you are less likely to act impulsively or say things you might regret. You become more thoughtful in your interactions, more empathetic to others, and better equipped to handle disagreements or misunderstandings. When people see that you can remain calm and composed, even in heated situations, they are more likely to respect and trust you. This ability to maintain control over your emotions also creates an environment of understanding where conversations can be productive and solutions-oriented, rather than emotionally charged and destructive. Another essential component of emotional control is the ability to practice mindfulness. Mindfulness is the practice of staying present and focused on the current moment, without being overwhelmed by past regrets or future anxieties. When you practice mindfulness, you become less likely to be ruled by your emotions, because you learn to observe them without becoming attached to them. Rather than allowing your emotions to dictate your actions, mindfulness helps you take a step back, observe the emotion, and respond in a way that reflects your true intentions. This practice is incredibly helpful in managing stress, anxiety, and negative feelings, as it helps to create emotional distance, allowing you to control your responses instead of being controlled by them. Finally, emotional control is an ongoing process that requires continual self-discipline. It is not something that can be mastered overnight, but rather a skill that can be cultivated through consistent practice. Journaling, meditation, self-reflection, and seeking support from others are all ways to enhance emotional control. As you develop this skill, you may find that your emotional responses become more balanced, your stress levels decrease, and your ability to remain calm under pressure improves. With time, emotional control becomes second nature, enabling you to navigate life's challenges with greater ease and confidence. In the end, emotional control is about understanding that emotions are a natural part of being human, but they do not have to dictate your actions. It's about taking responsibility for how you respond, practicing self-awareness, and cultivating the ability to pause, reflect, and choose the best course of action. By mastering emotional control, you position yourself to make better decisions, strengthen your relationships, and maintain a sense of inner peace no matter what life throws your way. Relentless drive is the unyielding force that propels individuals toward their goals, regardless of the obstacles they may face or the setbacks that attempt to derail their progress. It's that inner fire that refuses to let you give up, even when the odds seem insurmountable or when the path forward is unclear. This kind of drive is what separates those who achieve extraordinary things from those who fall short of their potential. It is not merely about working hard. It's about working with purpose, tenacity, and an unwavering commitment to achieving something bigger than oneself. Relentless drive is about maintaining momentum in the face of failure, continuing to push forward even when success seems distant, and never allowing external circumstances or internal doubts to dictate the outcome. At its core, relentless drive comes from a deep sense of purpose. When an individual is deeply connected to their why, the reason behind their pursuits, the obstacles that arise seem less daunting. Whether it's a personal mission, a career ambition, or a desire to make a meaningful impact, knowing your purpose acts as a constant source of motivation. This purpose acts as a compass, guiding actions and decisions. When the inevitable challenges arise, those with relentless drive do not waver because they are anchored by a clear understanding of why they are pursuing what they are. Their passion is rooted in their purpose, which keeps them going when things get tough. Relentless drive also demands resilience. The road to success is rarely straight or smooth, and setbacks are inevitable. Many will encounter failure, face criticism, or experience moments of doubt along the journey. However, those with relentless drive see these challenges as mere stepping stones. They understand that failure is not an endpoint, but a necessary part of the process. Instead of succumbing to frustration or defeat, they adapt, learn from their mistakes, and keep pushing forward. The ability to bounce back from setbacks without losing enthusiasm or motivation is a hallmark of someone with relentless drive. Each failure only fuels their determination to improve and move closer to their goal. Another key element of relentless drive is the ability to embrace discomfort and challenge. Achieving greatness is rarely comfortable. It requires long hours of work, sacrifices, and a willingness to push beyond what feels easy or familiar. Those with relentless drive are not deterred by hardship. Instead, they thrive in it. They know that comfort breeds complacency, and growth happens only when you step outside your comfort zone. Whether it's taking on a challenging project, learning a new skill, or confronting personal fears, individuals with relentless drive embrace the discomfort of growth and use it as a catalyst to propel themselves forward. The ability to push through pain, fatigue, and frustration separates those who achieve success from those who give up when things get tough. Relentless drive is also about consistency. Success does not come overnight, and achieving meaningful goals requires sustained effort over time. It's easy to be motivated when things are going well, but it's during the difficult times, when progress seems slow or when progress stalls altogether, that the true test of drive comes. Those with relentless drive understand that results take time, and they remain dedicated even when the immediate rewards aren't visible. They commit to daily action, no matter how small, because they know that consistency compounds over time. Whether it's working on a project, honing a craft, or building a skill, relentless drive manifests itself in the unwavering consistency of effort, even when the payoff seems far away. A key aspect of relentless drive is the ability to stay focused and eliminate distractions. In a world full of interruptions and temptations, maintaining focus can be one of the most challenging tasks. Yet those who possess relentless drive know that distractions are the enemy of progress. They are not easily swayed by external noise or the distractions of everyday life. They prioritize their goals, eliminate time wasters, and maintain laser focus on what matters most. This single-minded focus allows them to invest their energy into what will move them forward, cutting out anything that might slow down their journey. Relentless drive also requires a high level of self-discipline. The ability to do what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like it, is essential for achieving long-term success. This kind of discipline is about making the right choices, even when those choices are difficult or inconvenient. It's about pushing yourself to do the work when motivation is low, continuing to learn and grow, even when it feels easier to rest. The ability to maintain high levels of self-discipline is what allows people to sustain their drive over time and remain focused on the long-term goal rather than getting caught up in temporary feelings or distractions. Relentless drive is also fueled by a mindset that embraces challenges as opportunities rather than threats. When faced with difficult circumstances, individuals with relentless drive do not shrink back or become defeated. Instead, they see challenges as chances to prove themselves, to learn and to grow. This mindset allows them to remain optimistic and solution-focused, even when things aren't going their way. By reframing obstacles as opportunities, they tap into a wellspring of motivation that propels them forward, no matter how hard the journey becomes. Finally, relentless drive involves a refusal to settle for mediocrity. Those with relentless drive are constantly striving for more. They are not satisfied with the status quo. They push themselves beyond what is comfortable, always seeking to improve and elevate their work. Mediocrity is not an option for them. They aim for excellence in everything they do. This pursuit of excellence, paired with an unyielding commitment to their goals, is what fuels their relentless drive. In the end, relentless drive is the force that keeps individuals moving forward in the face of adversity. It's the deep-seated belief that no matter how many times you fall, you can always get back up. It's about taking small, consistent actions toward a larger goal, never losing sight of the bigger picture. Whether the journey is long or short, easy or difficult, the relentless drive to achieve your dreams is what ensures that success is within reach.